team, the Tea Party was all really terrific in helping us get signatures. Mike, when you were in your campaign, you were so helpful. Brian, you were a big help. I sent Brian out every weekend. I'm sure you didn't like seeing my phone number come up on your cell phone, but I appreciate all that you did. Agatha, her team, Agatha Buggle, speaking for her team, got 8,000 signatures alone. And I don't want to forget anybody when I do this, but thank you all so much for everything you did. The Mass Fiscal, Paul, you guys were great too. So I thank everybody. It was really a great effort. To get 100,000 signatures is an overwhelming task. We had 9 weeks to do it. Basically, that's 2,000 signatures a day, 4,000 man hours. So it's like employing 2 people full-time for a year to get... I'm sorry. So it was quite an effort. It was the first signature drive that was done all volunteers since the late 90s. And so again, we started out saying an elephant can be eaten one bite at a time, and that's what we did. And so it was just a great effort, and I want to thank all of you. But now what happens is now it's going to go to the legislature, and the legislature can do one of 3 things with the gas tax. They can either put it into law, which they're not going to do. They can ignore it, which means that, they can ignore it, or they can send it back to us to get more signatures, which is effectively what they're going to do. They're going to make us go back and get another 12 or 15,000 signatures, which we're really looking forward to because we know that we can get 50,000 signatures without a problem. So forget that cruise you were going on, Agatha. It's not going to happen. We're going to get more signatures. And then it will be on the ballot. So when Paul was talking about why this is such a good year in 2014, there's another reason it's going to be a good year for us is because we're going to have a good ballot initiative to get our vote out in November of 2014. So what we're doing now is we're in the process of raising money. We're going to need money to fight the unions, and they're going to definitely fight us on it. So we're in the process of raising money, and we're in the process of going around and making sure that people are aware of the issue. When you talk to people about this issue, it's very important that you don't get caught up in this whole business of it's all about roads and bridges and all that stuff, because it's not about roads and bridges or anything of that nature. They have taken money that was supposed to be for roads and bridges over the years, and they've diverted that money to other places. So we all know what the legislature does with tax money that is supposed to be slaughtered for an issue. It doesn't happen. What this is about changing the paradigm of taxation. The legislature, the Democrats, the Liberals all want one thing, and that's automatic taxes. So this is about automatic taxes. This is a really, really important issue because if they get away with automatic taxes on gasoline because they can hide it under roads and bridges and all those things that we all need, well then what's going to happen is the income tax, even the excise tax, any lowly tax, real estate taxes are all going to be linked to inflation. This is about automatic gas tax hikes. So they're not content that they're going to put the national debt around your children's neck. They're also going to put automatic tax increases around your kids and your grandchildren and things of that nature. So when you fight this fight, do not get caught up in roads and bridges. Make sure you understand that it's an automatic tax, and that's what we have to fight. So basically I just came again to say thank you to all of you. If you would want to go to our website, it's www.tankthegastax.org, not .com, .org, and you can sign up there to volunteer. Donations, again, are more than welcome. We need all the help we can get to fight this. And I thank you all. If you have any questions.
Is there any chance that it might not be on the referendum?
The only chance, I think, and Paul, you might understand this process better than me, but my understanding is the only chance that it wouldn't be on is if we can't get the additional signatures that we need to get in April and May. But I can't see that happening. We will definitely get the additional signatures that we need. They might put it right on the ballot without asking us for additional signatures, but we're pretty sure they're going to ask us for additional signatures. So that's the only chance.
What's the timetable for that? When do they have to vote on that?
My understanding is they will ask us for additional signatures, and we would have May and June to get those additional signatures.
Is that a common thing to ask for additional signatures, or is it directly?
It's one of the things that they can do. And I'm sure in our case, with our type of legislation, which is anti-tax, it's common for them to do it. Yeah.
The additional signatures.
Yes.
Can they be, so if I sign this the first time around,
yeah.
Can I sign it again?
I don't know for sure on that.
How do they sort that out?
I think the answer is no. No, they have records. They have electronic records of who signed the first time and all of that. So think that it has to be a new signature. Yeah, but we're not too worried about that. The other thing that this gives us too, by the way, is it gives our candidates for office a good database of all the people that signed. So we're going to get a database of every person who signed that petition, and our candidates from governor all the way down to state rep are going to be able to use that database to identify anti-tax voters, and that also is going to help us in our races in 2014. So on top of everything else that Paul told you, we're going to have other good things going for us in 2014. Yes?
Require new signatures. It's going to be extremely awkward if you're going back to people months later and you're saying, did you sign before or didn't you? And what if they make a mistake and they sign twice?
If they sign twice, it'll get thrown out. So you don't want to edit it.
Very difficult.
But we know certain counties where we did not do a lot of work, like in the Berkshires, in Hampton, Hampshire, out in that area, Holyoke, Chicopee, that area there. There's a lot of low-hanging fruit out there. Also in Norfolk and Bristol counties, there's a lot of low-hanging fruit. Agatha got all the signatures in Barnstable County. There's no one left. So we can't go there unless you want to go to Martha's Vineyard. There's got to be at least 3 people there that will sign, right? So, but I think we're going to have such an overwhelming number of people who are going to be willing to get out there and work for us that I'm not too worried about that. Any other questions?
I could collect these.
Okay.